Our honorary graduate, Tony Allcock, is no stranger to this stage. When he was 10 years old, Tony won the WD Cartel Memorial Trophy for boy treble in the De Montfort Hall. He went on to win singing competitions in Tamworth, Derby and Leicester, where he sang all the classics for boy soprano. Clearly, before the age of 12, Tony had learned how to compete and how to be the best at anything that he did. Few players of bowls can say that they were born into the sport, but with both of Tony's parents were county bowlers, and his mother became an England international. Tony was born in Thurmaston, Leicester. His mother was involved in bowling competitions before and after the happy event. Indeed, Tony was taken to the 1955 Goodwood Ladies Bowling Club Championships before his first birthday. Tony came from a close family, and although he was not pushed into taking up bowls, he was to be seen when very young, playing his own version of bowls on rough ground near bowling competitions where his parents were taking part. He quickly absorbed a sound understanding of tactics, which enabled him to apply his considerable technical skills, and he enjoyed significant success as a junior. During his teenage years, Tony practiced like a demon. He loved the game for its intrinsic beauty and for the outlet it provided for his competitive nature. Tony started at Fossway Bowling Club in Syston. He then moved on to Goodwood Bowling Club in Leicester, where his parents played. Tony soon began to compete for his county, and his clear ambition was to wear the English rose on his blazer as a representative of England. Tony's first job was as a teacher in Millfield Day Centre in Hinckley, which was a school for adults with learning difficulties. Later, at the age of 24, he was appointed a head teacher at another school in Gloucestershire, which necessitated a move to Cheltenham. Concern for the disabled has stayed with Tony throughout his career. Tony won his first bowls competition in 1972 at the age of 17. He went on to become English junior singles champion 3 times. It was as a 30-year-old in 1986 that he won the first of his 15 world titles, much to the chagrin of many in the bowling community who regarded the pipe-smoking David Bryant as their favourite. Who was this slim-hipped young whippersnapper with the David Gower curls and the tight white flannels? Tony and David Bryant were fierce rivals, but also close friends. In fact, Tony and David won the World Indo Pairs Championship 6 times. Tony was voted Player of the Year 3 times by the readers of Bowls International, and he was awarded an MBE in 1989 at the age of 34 for his services to sport and the community. In his home village of Thurmaston, a full-life bronze statue of Tony was erected. Tony is a Fellow of the University of Gloucestershire, his second county, and he has been awarded the Freedom of Cheltenham. When in 2003, Tony won both the mixed and the men's pairs titles at the World Indoor Championships, the crowd gave him 2 standing ovations, and to the strains of Tina Turner singing Simply the Best, Tony's brilliant career came to an end. He then moved into coaching. Always concerned to help the disabled, one of his proudest moments was as a coach was when he trained 69-year-old Ruth Small to win the Commonwealth Games gold medal for visually handicapped bowlers in Manchester. Ruth was totally blind. When played with passion, bowls can keep older minds active and in some cases keep the elderly out of nursing homes. Tony then served on the governing body of the sport, becoming chief executive of in the English Bowling Association and Bowls England, an organisation which serves 110,000 members. Tony has written or been co-author on 5 books on bowls and produced a 4-volume video set called Tony Allcock's Art of Bowls. Since leaving bowls, Tony has followed another passion, dog showing, breeding and judging. And as we have established, Tony needs to be the best at whatever he does. He has bred and shown 23 English champions, and he has been a judge at international dog shows. In 2015, he was elected Director of the Kennel Club, and this year he was a judge at Crufts. Tony Allcock has demonstrated that bowls is not just an old man's sport. David Gourlay, world #1 bowler, declared, "Tony Allcock is the greatest all-round bowler in the history of the sport." Mr. Chancellor, on the authority of the Senate and the Council, I present Anthony Allcock so that you may confer on him the degree of Doctor of Laws.
Well done, sir. Well done indeed. What an achievement. There we are. I've watched you many times. Yes, I have indeed. Yes.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates, of course. It is a great honour to be standing once again on this stage in the town and the city in which I love and was born. Yes, I have followed a distinguished career, not only in education but in sport. And as we stand on the threshold of life, and I see all of you here sitting today thinking about the next move in life, I had those decisions to make. And from my own perspective, I've always followed my own heart, even to the point that I retired from my sport as a world champion some 14 years ago and have never played since. I realised that that was not the right thing for me to do. I'm sure you're sitting there thinking about your next step in life. We make the plans, and as far as I'm concerned, my life has been diverse. There has been many shortcuts and many different avenues taken, but I've followed my heart in the knowledge that if I look forward, I go forward. If I look behind me, I will fall down. I represent a sport which perhaps is predominantly those people who have retired from other sports, notwithstanding the fact that the British Isles are the finest players in the world, and our Commonwealth Games gold medalists from England and Scotland are all in their 20s. One thing's for sure, people sitting there, you're on the threshold of careers, but you're also going to be old like me. And it was delighted that the Chancellor said that he'd watched me many times, and obviously he had on television playing bowls, and obviously he too had a black and white TV. It was many years ago. It's great to be back in the city of Leicester in a year of which we've already heard was a great sporting occasion for Leicester. Last year, Richard III, this year, the Premier League. How diverse is that? Such is this wonderful city of which all of you will have enjoyed over the last few years. It's much easier to play the final bowl in a World Championship or in a Commonwealth Games, but not so easy to be confronted with such an academic audience. And as I stand here, I was very nervous initially to be making this address amongst this august assembly. But one thing is for sure, it's your day. It's a very special day, a memorable day for you and all of those family members and friends that have supported you so far. You need them. I'm greatly indebted to my friends and families for the support that they gave me in my life. I certainly wouldn't be receiving this honour today without their help. Please acknowledge and remember them. And after the ceremony, please go and enjoy the wilds of Leicester. Enjoy your day. You have thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much indeed.